Based on Governor Kathy Hochul's recent comments in the Times-Union, it seems as though her plans for the future of Utica aren't quite what anyone was expecting. Eyewitness News reporter Shelby Pay tells us more.
While a reunification of the colleges of nanoscale science and engineering and SUNY Albany is not unexpected, we want to know, what is the plan for the Marcy campus after that takes place? Based on the governor's recent comment regarding SUNY Poly to the Albany Times-Union, it seems like her plan is to turn Utica into a kind of education hub, with the graduates moving to Syracuse and Albany for their six-figure jobs. Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti explains the situation from his perspective.
The reason these companies come and locate is because they also want a pipeline of students. They don't necessarily need a pipeline of training centers because they can do the training. Because what is done at Micron is different than what is done at Wolfspeed, is different than what is done at Indium. The governor's point of, becoming a training facility and a hub so that to your point, people move in and out. That's not the goal. The goal is to have a pipeline of where students can go and get the skills they need, and then they will stay here.
The question that we would like answered is, what about the economic development of Utica? Educating people just to have them move away is not a plan that will support the area's economic development for years to come.
Obviously, we want them to work at Wolfspeed, but it's fine if they work at Micron because, or AIS, or Indium, or, we can go on and on about all the companies, because at the end of the day, not everybody that lives in one county is going to work in that same county. Everybody knows that. But the fact that you have the opportunity of having an institution that can provide that type of engineering, rather than sending it 90 plus miles down the road, we're not going to agree. So we have to find the common ground.
To the Times-Union editorial board, Hochul said, quote, "I have a very big vision for that part of the state that cannot be left behind, and they cannot feel like they've been robbed of something they had. Something that most in this area are already feeling. Even the county executive has only had one conversation with the governor pertaining to this topic."
We've had one talk, and that was several months ago. And since that time, we've had some communication with her staff, but not really enough to make the headway. We'll know some things in another week, and whether it's her and we go back at it, or whether there's a new governor that we can impress upon him the points that we just made and why it's important and why it's so relevant. I think that's our goal.
And it's important to note that we reached out to Governor Hochul's office several times with a request for an interview, but were denied. Instead, I was sent a written statement by one of her spokespeople that unfortunately did not adequately answer the questions I proposed. You can read the full statement on our website, cnyhomepage.com. Reporting in Utica, I'm Shelby Pay, Eyewitness News.
Utica Mayor